Dragon Lights Chinese Lantern Festival. Yes, 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 this is my podcast for today. And before I will start talking, let me give you a little sound. Okay, there goes my sound. So let me tell you about the Dragon Lights Chinese Lantern Festivals. On Friday, my daughter, no, before Friday, when I was on the road, my daughter supposed to go to a lantern festival, but that night that she wanted to go, there was a flash flood warning, and also it's been raining, so she was not able to go. So 2 days after that, we came home, and she had mentioned about, she was excited to go and check it out, but the weather did not permit. So I said, oh, okay. And she said she actually invited her ex-boyfriend, and they are planning to go. But she realized afterwards that maybe her ex-boyfriend will not be able to enjoy the show. So she paused for a moment and she said, who could be the person who she thinks will enjoy the show if she's gonna invite it? Well, I happened to pass through her bedroom door, and she said, hey mom, come over here. So I said, what's up? She said, well, would you like to go to the Dragon Light Chinese Lantern Festival? I said, what is that? And based on how she explained it to me, it was like a festival of lights. And I was thinking about those lantern that floats in the air and you flew it. And I said to her, I'll think about it, because I do not like to make promises. However, if I am available and I can do it, I will do it. So we waited for a few days, and then I believe on Thursday afternoon, I made a decision, and I told her, okay, I am going to accept your invitation. When are we going? And she said Fridays, that was Friday of last week. Comes Friday, I had a little bit of a busy day, to the point of I was exhausted. I don't have much sleep. So I told my daughter, I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to go. And when I look at outside, it was actually very cloudy, and it's very, very windy. And I said to myself, oh, maybe that festival is not going to happen tonight. It's because it's very windy, especially if they have candles inside the lantern and they have to fly it in the sky. But we went around 8:30 and we found our parking space. And from the freeway, I can see all these neon lights in one area. And she goes, look, here they are. I said, like, the what? The lantern. I said, oh, well, I cannot keep looking because I need to focus on my driving. So anyway, so when we got there, I saw what she meant. It was actually a Dragon Lights Chinese Lantern Festival, and I had so much fun. And if you want to know what it is all about, it is actually their first time. Okay, let me start it from the Dragon Lights Reno Chinese Lantern Festival is a 5 weeks exhibition run through June 30 to August 5th, 2018 in Wilbur D. May Arboretum and Botanical Garden. And it was presented by the Washoe County and the May Arboretum Society. Dragon Light is an art town featured event, because here in Reno, every summer, this is an art town, so there's a lot of arts going on, and this is one of those things that is in town. And actually, this is their first time to come to Reno. So the Dragon Lights Reno Chinese Lantern Festival is a ticketed event and is open nightly to the public from June 30th to August 5th, 2018. And Dragon Lights Reno is an international touring festival of exhibitions that provide a globally cultured entertainment experience to millions of guests around the world, according to the history of the event. The exhibition features 39 Chinese lantern display. Each lantern display has been handcrafted by artisans from China who master the skills of lantern making through an apprenticeship. And it is the group of people who keep this centuries old tradition alive. This event is an entertainment is intended to thrill, educate, and illuminate the guests. And I have to totally agree with that because when we entered the gate, I looked left, I looked to my right, I looked straight, I looked in the back, and we were surrounded by so many neon lights. And what they are all about, well, I have a lot of image, but I can only put certain images on my podcast. It is like a carnival of, if you, okay, the best explanation I can think is like Christmas season. When you start decorating your front door with inflatable Santas, reindeers that has different colors, flashing lights, that's kind of sort of a thing. And when we went into whatever's going on in that area, we actually spent an hour. Every display they have explanation of what it is, and they also have traditional show. I was so overwhelmed with excitement, with the images, with all the reading, that I was not able to capture them all. It's impossible to capture them all. It's acres of neon light show. And when we got home, I told my daughter that, I am very, very grateful that she invited me because I really, really like this type of events. And I had told Rebel earlier, that we can still catch up with the show. It will be next week on Saturday. And he goes, do you want to still see it? I said, oh, hell yeah. Who doesn't? I like things like this. I like to look at neon lights and everything else. And at the same time, I don't think he's been to one. So it will be a very, very good experience for both of us. So, this is my podcast for today. And as usual, this is Rocket saying, have a wonderful day and take care.